welcome to another edition of Kyle Meredith with. It's the interview series presented by WFPK at WFPK.org, Consequence, and the Consequence Podcast Network. Thanks as always for making your way here, checking out the series. You know what to do. You like what you see, what you hear. Hit that subscribe button. I put out 3 new interviews every single week, so it's a great way to keep up with all of your favorite artists. And I got to tell you, I'm excited today. Big Time Rush, they are back. Hello, guys.
Bro, what an intro. Good work.
Love that. That's it.
Good
Thanks.
work.
That's all I got. I appreciate you all being here just for that. That's it.
That's nice. Have a good one.
Seriously, it's so great to have you all back. And I know it's not immediately back. You know, we've known about this ramping up for the last couple of years, and we've had music this year, but now the official tour, the Forever Tour, is on the way. And seriously, just congratulations on making it here for. Do you call this chapter 2? Is this feel like an absolute new chapter?
I feel like we've been through chapter 2, 3, 4. It might be a new chapter.
Yeah, a new book.
It's a new book. A good way to put it.
Yeah. Well, what is that? You know, I'm sure that could be a decision if you think about it. You know, that strictly like you do have the opportunity, right? You can pick up right where you left off. But I don't get that sense from you all. Like, is there a sense of finding out who you all could be on this round?
Yeah, this time it really feels like the sky truly is the limit. We are just getting going. Every time we write new music, put out a new song, do, you know, our stage we built and create something new for this go around, it feels like we're starting fresh all over again. So I think our hope for this is to just keep on going and let this tour and this music really just be the beginning of what we're about to do.
And outside of that, we are all so different. I mean, we've grown up a lot. We've been through a lot of different life experiences, you know, different things with filming and, you know, artist wise, and being able to make music on our own. So we're really coming in a little bit differently now, and we're packing a punch.
Yeah. Do you have to do you still find, like, obviously there's growing, you know, as an artist, but do you have to leave a little room for nostalgia? Is that still there for you all?
Yeah. I mean, nostalgia is super important. You know, we put out our music, a majority of our music 8-10 years ago. So the nostalgia is there automatically, but we try not to lean too much into it, because we got a lot of big dreams. We got a lot of things that we're focused on. We want the band to very much be in the now. So of course on tour, we're hitting all our, you know, fan favorite songs. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the works that we have a strong future and not just a strong past.
Right. Well, you did have a little bit. I mean, at least we've gotten a little bit of that. What prompted you all to revisit some of the older songs with the acoustic versions? You know, I'm looking at Music Sounds Better. I know, you know, Worldwide. These are really nice renditions of this, but was there any reason you all kind of leaned into that part of it?
I mean, honestly, content is king, and it takes a long time to write a song and get it produced and get it all fixed and to where we want it as a group. So I think they were great placeholders until we could get all of our music lined up. So yeah, I mean, that's
even now the ones we're performing on tour have been reproduced, so they sound pretty great.
Yeah, that's got to be a fun thing for an artist too, because it seems like any artist, I think, or most artists, I should say, once you do a record, you immediately want to redo something about it.
Right. Sure.
You always want to fix something.
It's never really done
better. That could have been different. So we're in kind of a unique position where we do get to reinvent some of the old music. So if anybody's coming to check out the tour, expect to hear a lot of classics, but a lot of them going to have a fresh
reimagined
version.
I mean, the fact of the matter is if you've been around long enough, 1 or 2 or 10 of your songs are going to be considered classic. You know, so re-envisioning them is always the goal. Yeah, we're all, it's like tight on the couch.
I was like, let's look at this. Here we go.
Re-envisioning is always the goal, because things have to be updated, you know?
Yeah. There's an interesting line in one of your new songs on Cult Like I See It. It says, "Make me want to make a demo track," which I'm repurposing this for the conversation we're having right now, because there's that whole thing of demoitis. You know, right. I like the first version I hear of a song.
There you go.
There's a little bit of that challenge out there too, right? Because you are taking that opportunity to update the songs, and your audience, like, I guess there's the trust that they come along with that.
I'm just really happy that you acknowledged that line, because I think that's a really clever line.
It's a great line.
I think that's one that we were hoping that someone would notice. So thank you for noticing that.
That's if we want to go further on that, the way it speaks about a relationship. I was also thinking of demoitis in that too, and what that could mean in a relationship, and that can't be a good actually way to consider that line, at least if you're the other person on the receiving end.
Right. You missed the old version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we met, remember that thing you did? What happened?
Can you be that person forever? That's
right. It was our version of a way of saying, like, you make me want to make a mixtape for you, Does it make me want to make a demo track? Now, it doesn't mean we want to make the girl in this story a finished song, because that takes a lot of work. But
we're all still in the writing process of our lives.
Exactly.
We're not finished.
The metaphors are rich right now.
Yeah.
So
let's just live in it for a little bit.
Just take a moment.
It's a much more poetic way to put that than I did. That's
there you go.
Well done on all of you right there. I do want to hit up one of those acoustic tracks though. It's worldwide, a song I remember hearing, but hearing it in this version, it sounds like that's how tricky is that to pull off on the vocal timing?
It's a tricky song. I mean,
there's a lot of things going on in that song.
Yeah, fortunately we've sang it all enough
for the last 20 years.
It feels like it.
14 years.
Combined, some people say we have 100 years of experience combined. That song, there's about 40 years of experience combined in that song.
And not gonna lie, we've always performed that one acoustically, even from the very beginning. So acoustic is really, I think, a moment that kind of sets us apart. It's really where you get to hear us. The vocals are so rich and the song is so beautiful, and sometimes the extra production kind of cuts down on that. So we were happy to finally make that one acoustic and get it out to everyone.
Yeah, it's become a new favorite right away in hearing that, as is, by the way, the new single with Fall. When I first heard it, I almost felt like it had a little bit of a Girl from Ipanema vibe to it.
Love that.
It's nice.
It's very elevator music. It's very French wedding.
Well, I guess I'll just throw the general question out there. Just tell me about where this one came from, because it's such a fun song. It's got that great vibe to it. For all the things that I want out of a song, it's all there.
Well, there was an interesting part of this song that came up when it was being written. We had just found out about the fact that we were going to be playing Madison Square Garden. It had been talked about, but it wasn't confirmed. And right in the lyric process, we got a text that said, "Guys, it's booked. You're playing it." So in the second verse, we added, "She brings out the flavor, no MSG, selling at the garden. She's a VIP." We just thought it was really fun, and it amped up the whole process of writing that song.
We would have had to go in and redo that lyric if it didn't turn out. But luckily,
Yeah.
luckily everything's going really well right now. So
She brings out the flavor, no MSG, selling a reasonable amount of tickets.
No, but it worked out, and that was one of those things where speak it into existence, and we were really excited for that show.
Yeah, happy it all worked out,
Absolutely,
literally and figuratively.
Yeah. Now with that hook line, "Down Down Baby," does anybody that does that do that? Do you have to pay royalties to like Tom Hank and the producers of Big? Does that
Not for 3 words. Also, let's not even bring that up. Yeah.
right. There might be another couple of songs that pulls from, but it's all in good
Was it
fun.
better to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission?
Yeah, it's not.
It doesn't step on anything too much.
Not close enough.
Right. For especially people who love that movie, that's an instant. Maybe that's why I instantly like it. Just for those 3. The rest of the track is fine. It's great. You really pulled me in on that one. That's
What?
Big?
Oh, the
with the
Zatar.
Zatar, yeah, Zoltan,
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that.
Zoltar, right? Yeah.
It's a mixture of all of those words.
Yeah. I'll work right now. So
That's a great.
Those 2 songs I bring up, Call It Like I See It, Fall. I don't know if this is too much of a heady question, but is it obvious to you all, like, how have you changed in when you write about love and relationships, or now versus the last time Big Time Rush was a band?
It's very different. I mean, we all have long-term relationships.
Yeah.
Carlos is married and has kids, so
Very different.
it's very different when you're writing a song. It's like, I mean, it would be nice to say that we're like, when we're writing, we're not putting our lives into it, we're separating it, but it's just impossible. When you put something out, it has to relate to your actual life.
And within that time, there's been a couple breakups, so your well becomes a little bit deeper and a little bit more stuff to pull from.
Yeah, like long-time relationships. That's an interesting thing for, I think, an artist to tackle, because it is a difference. I've been married for 7-8 years. It's a very different kind of romance when you're trying to inject that into the song. Do you find that?
I don't think any of us found it to be problematic. I mean, honestly, it keeps us more focused. We have a better support system than we used to have.
He's trying to say we got soft, guys. Right? We're sensitive. Come on, Will.
Not at all. Not at all. Just a different type of, I guess I'm saying, poetry.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with this. It sounded like a good idea when it started coming out of my mouth.
No, you're right. I mean,
We're there now.
like
So
we said, I think we have a lot more to talk about and a lot more experiences.
If anything, it's more romantic.
It is,
you know, and you're almost finding it more clever ways to say I love you. You know,
Speak to me about love.
I feel like back in the day, I would show my girlfriend a song. She'd be like, I don't like it. I'm like, well, I don't care. Now I show my wife a song. She's like, I don't like it. I'm like, oh, why? How come you don't like it? Like, yeah, I mean, I guess
she comes around and ends up liking every song we do.
yeah.
It's gonna.
I still say to Mika when I play her something, she says I don't like it. And I go, well, you don't know anything. and then I think about it and I go, actually, she's right. She's right. Yeah, she's right.
It's right. Didn't I see the relationship hotline that you all set up?
Yeah, that's right. We could probably use our own advice.
Yeah, I called that quite a few times.
Now, in all seriousness, do you hear the calls that come in? Are people like really earnest about it, or is everybody having a good bit of fun?
Everyone's having a good bit of
fun.
Yeah,
this is fun.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's too bad. I'd really love to hear you guys get really like, okay, I've got to own up to this. I've got to.
We're not actually licensed therapists. I'm not sure if everybody out there knows that.
Yeah.
So we love giving bad advice, but there has to be a line where.
Listen, I'm good with a deep conversation.
I mean, I have listened to a few podcasts. I don't know what qualifications that gives me in therapy, but
none.
The same as everybody else who listens to podcasts. Yeah, none.
If we've learned anything from the internet, you're as qualified as everyone else.
Right. I know everything about everything.
As qualified as you believe you are. Right.
Exactly.
That's a good line.
That.
That's a good line. The other track, of course, Not Giving You Up. I think I read somewhere that sort of an Abba to Daft Punk, which again, you're hitting on some prime stuff. I'll just throw the big one out there. What's the background on this one?
On Fall or on Not Giving You Up?
Not Giving You Up.
We went into the studio and I think we had kind of already had, I mean, we really wanted to build out some really major choruses that had all like, sprawling harmonies. I think that was one that we went in with, and then
the bass line started that song.
The bass line was so powerful that
bass.
we I don't know, I think we just kind of pulled from some of the things that we've been listening to. There's some Abba, there's some Bee Gees, there's some Daft Punk. We just wanted it to be fun, and like I said, it really showcases the entire band's vocal ability. So
yeah, when you do that one live, and I'm sorry for the joke here, but Not Giving You Up, just being so close to Never Gonna Give You Up. I mean, there's a perfect opportunity for a Rickroll if you want to.
Well, it's hard not to go into that song.
I just saw Rick Astley at the New Kids on the Block show, and honestly, that song hits.
Yeah.
Hard.
I just had Joey McIntyre on this show, and that tour, I'm a little sad that I haven't been able to see it.
I mean, it's an incredible show, first of all, but seeing, I never thought I'd get a chance to see that song live.
Yeah.
And not only did I get to see it live, but I got to see it twice in one show. And it's for good reason, because it's a great song.
We don't have to cover
you
it,
gotta
but
hear it more than once.
We could sing it like him, cause I'm never giving you up, not giving you up, not giving you up. Cause I'm never gonna give.
And by the way, I was gonna say, Rick Astley still sounds incredible.
Yeah,
he sounds incredible.
Absolutely. Did you guys see it when he came out and did that over with the Foo Fighters while Dave Grohl played the guitar part to Smells Like Teen Spirit?
No, that's cool. I would have loved to have seen that.
I think we gotta look that up on YouTube.
Absolutely.
That's worth checking out right there.
That's pretty rock and roll. Dave Grohl playing with you.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. So, assuming this is all leading to bigger points with the full album, if genius is to be trusted, the entire track list is already out there, and you guys are using a whole lot of old songs for a new album. Have you?
No.
I didn't believe that when I actually saw that, and that's one of those things about the internet.
Wait for the Kanye West reference at first. Had to figure that one out. You're literally just looking up Googling this. Cool.
We have way too many new songs to try to recreate so much, and we're really excited for like you said, the future of the music that we're creating now. Some really special stuff, and we're looking to explore.
We're literally releasing like 3 or 4 more songs just this summer, so it's gonna be crazy.
But we will have some surprises in the live show of some old songs, maybe even
some Spanglish,
an unreleased song or two, maybe some Spanglish. Yeah, expect that if you come to Forever.
We're getting multilingual here.
I do love it. I quickly bring up, with all of this too, with the show, Big Time Rush appearing on Netflix and having its own revival right there, to what degree has that had an impact in what you're doing right now? Does it feel a little bit like you're having to relive your past in that sense?
No, I think it's only an additive. There's a lot of people that, are excited that they're rewatching it. And then there's a whole new fan base who just happened to discover the show on Netflix. So I mean, the majority of our fans are young 20s, mid 20s, but now we're actually going to get even younger fans that are new fans of the TV show.
Now awesome. My younger cousins like me a little bit more.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, that's just so cool.
That's always the benchmark right there too.
Exactly.
If you're liked by your cousins, you're good.
If you're liked by your little cousins, then you're.
That's all you need in this life. Does that with that kind of in mind, and there has been lots of acting gigs coming up that's been in the middle here. Does all of the acting have to sort of go on the back burner for the tour, or is there more of that rolling out as well?
During the tour,
yeah, there's no acting to be done on tour.
I mean, we act pretty foolish
besides just our natural state of being. But I mean, I think the tour is also a great opportunity for content, even though that word is so overplayed. But us all being together, it's inevitable that some funny stuff comes up. And so, I mean, I'm really excited about that part of it, being all together and being able to, got this idea, let's do this thing real quick.
We might just make another TV show
on the road. Who knows? I don't know. It's crazy.
Grab a sponsor, keep the cameras rolling. That's all it takes.
I mean, honestly, we're developing ways so our fans can have a more in-depth and more what's the word, like
exclusive,
a more exclusive look into what we're doing all the time. So there's something really cool coming very soon that's going to give them that opportunity to just have a complete bird's eye view into what we're doing.
Awesome. Well, I'm here for the ride too, and in the meantime, I can't wait to hear all the new music that's going to come along the way as well. I love what you guys are doing. So
awesome. Man, thank you for the interview. This is a great interview. Really appreciate it.
No, thanks for taking the time today, and we'll see you guys out there on the road.
All right, man.
We'll see you there. Bless you, buddy.
Come to a show.